Have you ever agreed to something you didn't actually want to do just because it felt easier than saying no? What if I told you that this isn't weakness, but a deep psychological effect wired into all of us? Today we're uncovering the psychology of obedience and why it might be controlling your choices more than you think. Welcome to Manipulation Explained, where we expose the hidden psychology behind influence and control. In this episode, we'll break down why saying no is so difficult, the famous experiment that shocked the world, and, most importantly, how you can protect yourself from blind obedience. Stick with me, because the ending will change how you see everyday interactions. So why don't we say no? One reason is authority bias. From a young age, we're taught to respect and obey parents, teachers, bosses. Authority figures trigger automatic compliance, even when what they're asking makes us uncomfortable. This conditioning runs so deep that most of us don't even notice it. The most famous proof? The Milgram experiment in the 1960s. Participants were told to deliver electric shocks to another person every time they answered a question wrong. Even as the victim screamed in pain, over 60% continued obeying the authority figure in the lab coat because they were told to. No real shocks were given, but the results revealed something terrifying. Ordinary people will obey orders, even against their conscience. But it's not just authority. Social pressure plays a huge role. Saying no risks rejection or conflict, while saying yes feels safe. Our brains are wired to avoid standing out, so compliance becomes the default. That's why salespeople, toxic friends, and even strangers can get you to agree to things you don't want. Here's where it gets manipulative. Once someone knows you find it hard to say no, they can exploit it. They push small requests first. Can you help me with this one thing? And then escalate. Psychologists call this the foot in the door technique. By the time you realize what's happening, you've already given away far more than you wanted. So how do you fight back? First, recognize the cues: rushing, pressure, or appeals to authority like, "because I said so." Second, practice short, clear refusals. "No, I can't do that." No excuses, no over-explaining. The more you practice, the stronger your boundary muscle gets. Obedience isn't always bad. It keeps society running. But blind obedience? That's where manipulation thrives. The key is knowing the difference and having the courage to resist when it counts. If this opened your eyes, hit like, subscribe, and share. And let me know in the comments, when was the last time you struggled to say no